if I take an inch, you take a mile.
No, ma'am. You take a neck.
Sometimes it may be like
neck and neck, but you kind of beat me. It's kind of like Shakari and that girl. You come out of nowhere. You just take
accountability.
Welcome back. Once again,
y'all know I gotta have a drink first.
Good for dope. Anyways,
I ain't nothing either.
Yeah, free.
I'm gonna eat after this, y'all.
Okay, so welcome back. We are back at it once again. I want to start this one off by saying thank you to everybody who's been supporting. I've been so surprised. Like,
it really has been a lot of support behind it.
But like surprised, like I'm like, I'm just surprised. Like, I don't know. You say to yourself like, oh, my podcast's gonna be great. Like, you speak these things over your projects, but when you see it, it's like, oh,
it's a different story.
And it's a lot of women that are like giving
relatable. I feel like the topics. Well, especially the last one. I feel like that was so relatable.
It was good. It really just made my heart happy.
It did. It made your heart smile.
So,
today's topic is going to be communication, accountability, and relationships. Not relationships just like love-wise, but like friendship-wise
friends,
as
well. Significant others, things like that. Because I do think that they kind of are one and the same.
They are. I feel like you
without the physical.
Yeah, you have to, no matter what, you got to have communication and accountability with the people that you have relationships with. So
yeah, no matter if it's like your husband, your boyfriend, your fiance, whatever, or your best friend, or you just your regular friends,
people
like
at work, or just people you see walking around, like communication.
Whatever relationship you have, you definitely have to have communication and take accountability. And I think that's a big one. That accountability is a big one.
Let's go ahead and start there.
Let's start there.
Accountability is so big.
It's a big one. But you know what's crazy is that I expect that out of like, all my friends and people. I expect you to take accountability, but I really think that I have a problem with it.
Oh, girl, hold on. I'm still in the midst of like, it may sound childish, but if I feel like I have a really hard time admitting when I'm wrong sometimes, or it's not even just like I'm completely wrong, because in some way I feel like I'm right.
But it's just sometimes you have to be the bigger person and take your part in it, and that's what's hard. I hate being a bigger person.
These days, as I'm getting older, I feel like I'm trying so hard to grow out of that. Yeah. I am trying so hard. Y'all don't even understand. I'm trying so hard. Because when I feel away, I'm literally stuck in that way for a long time, and I have to really talk myself out of like just letting it go. Like, let it go. Y'all talked about it. Just let it fly.
Let it fly.
I ain't letting it fly.
It's very hard.
I won't let it fly.
Even like Brian is great at it.
Taking accountability.
Yes, he's great at it. So like he'll be like,
I agree. I feel like mature men. These days, I feel like it's shut up.
Even when I'm wrong in it though, he gonna be like, okay, I know I said this and I probably shouldn't have.
Why you said this because of this, that.
But it's like he shouldn't have to see. But I understand why you felt like that, because it's like, no, you shouldn't have went off like that. Like you were wrong. Yeah.
I agree. A mature man is more than likely to just be like, I take accountability for this, that, and the third, and I can understand why you did this, that, and the third, or said this.
Exactly. So, but it's like, I have to tell myself that even though he understands, because quickly I'll be like, if when he does have those times where he's like, well, you shouldn't have said that, and I'm like, you shouldn't have made me say it.
You know what, we don't need to be having this topic with us too, because I feel like it's the cause and effect to everything. Exactly. I just be feeling like, okay, well, if you would never did that, then I would never have said this. So therefore, you could try to say I'm wrong.
And that may be true, but we still need to say I was wrong.
If it's really bad, I'm wrong.
Me too. I have done that with like my friends and stuff like that. I've had misunderstandings where I'm like, I didn't even notice it. But if I did do this, I am going to take accountability. Even if I didn't do something on purpose, I'm going to say, well, in hindsight, that was wrong for me to say that, but I really wasn't thinking of it in that way. So I will still try to apologize for it.
After like the conversations, it could be like just a regular conversation that we have when we like linking up and stuff like that, and I'm like, why did I say that? Did she feel this way? And I'm just like, sometimes I can come off too strong, but I'm just like, how do I like dim it down.
Yes.
I mean, that's the point that I'm at in my life right now, trying to dim it down, because I can come off.
You come off really strong, and if somebody don't know you, it can be kind of like,
who is it? Good. Don't talk to me.
See?
But that's really bad. But I just feel like somebody's perception, like I don't. If it's somebody that I love and I care about, friendship, relationship wise, family, whatever, then I care about what you have to say. If it's somebody I don't care, okay. I don't care about how you feel about me, what kind of view you got of me, like, you know, but I don't want you to have a bad thought, but like, I'm not going to switch up to make you feel comfortable.
No, and I'm not going to do that either. If you don't know me, then that's just kind of on you, I feel. And that may be something I need to work on. And let me know if you think it is. But I think that if I don't know you, I'm not gonna say I don't care how I make you feel, because I'm not gonna try to make you feel away. It's not gonna bother me as much as it would if my friend tell me, like, I feel away when you do this or when you say this, stuff like that. That I take more serious, because the people who are my friends now, I literally would give a kidney to, like. Yeah, like these are the people that you actually love for real, for real. Yeah. So it's not that I'm gonna purposely try to make you feel away, but it's just like, if I'm being me and you feel away, then I can tell you I wasn't meaning it like that, but that's about as far as that gonna go. Yeah, you gotta have to know if they're comfortable enough to even bring it up, you know? Yeah. So, but you know, sometimes people tell other people, you know, like, oh, your friend. And then you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna just be like, okay, well, I didn't mean to, but I mean, like, at this point, it just is what it is. Like, if we have the next encounter, I may kind of like, okay, well, she doesn't know me like that, so I probably shouldn't come off as strong now that I kind of know, but I'm still like, I'm thinking of time. I don't remember who was around, but we was like, you have to develop thick skin if you're gonna be around us. I forgot who it was. Ain't no telling who it was, because we didn't. It's y'all every time. No, it's you. You take it the furthest. I really be in the corner, mind my business. I'm just the observer. She's a liar. You know what? You take it the furthest, friend. I do take it there sometimes, but you take it the furthest. I think you take it the furthest. If I take an inch, you take a mile. No, ma'am. You take a neck. Sometimes it may be like neck and neck, but you kind of made me. It's kind of like Shakari and that girl. You come out of nowhere. You just take accountability. Accountability. I can agree that sometimes I probably can take it far. You probably do take it far. Okay. So because look, this is why I need to go to counseling, because she's trying to tell me about me. I'm just saying. I sometimes I can take it too far without even knowing though. But if I feel like you're purposely doing something to me, then we're gonna go there. Because some people take it too far on their own. I gotta go overseas. I gotta go to the equator. I gotta go because who you think this is? So it's just. So do you think, out of like accountability and communication, which one do you think is probably like the biggest end all for relationships, and not just more romantic relationships, like with your friends as well? Accountability. You think that's the biggest one? I think it's communication. It could, okay, so I feel like with communication, because you can communicate with somebody all day long, but if they're not understanding or comprehending what you're saying, or like trying to understand how you feel about something, then what is communication? Well, I think communication goes with understanding. So I think that if I say that we need communication, that means that we need to both be listening to understand and not listening to respond. Like, not right. So like these days, you know, a lot of people, or in general, it's more so like communication is key. Communication is key, which is true. But I feel like I said, you can communicate all day long, but if a person just not understanding what you're saying, you are wasting your breath. And I feel like that's where a lot of obviously a lot of misunderstanding come in, or somebody's just like, this girl's not listening to what I'm saying. Like, I'm steady telling her I didn't mean it like that, or you know. But I think that that's just like, that's a what if situation, because the plan or the purpose is like for me to communicate so that you listen and break it down and do whatever you need to do with it to, you know, understand what I'm saying. So some people are not going to understand, but that's just because they don't want to. I feel like So
well, because if imagine if somebody feels like, let's just say, you know, we got into an argument, right? And you just like, well, this is how I was really saying it. This, but it's like you already got that feeling of how you took it.
Right. So that's different. You got to give people time after that. After you have a misconception with somebody or, you know, whatever, disagreement, I truly believe you need time after that first. Not too much time, because I'm going to start making stuff up. So,
first of all, right after the miscommunication, the argument or whatever,
I already know what you mean.
I already know what you mean, and I know how you really been feeling. And then 3 months ago, you said this, so you been feeling this way.
Yeah,
that's bad.
That is bad, but that's why I try not to. If you never say anything, then yeah, I'm gonna make my own story and run with it. If you never fix it,
and if I feel like it's pieces missing, right. Let's go ahead and just put everything out on the table, because I will create a story. I am not playing.
But I feel like with accountability, it's kind of like the same situation, because I could take accountability, but like you said, once you already feel the way that you feel, it's already
there. Now I feel like that's why I feel like that's when the communication comes in, because you can tell somebody, let's just say I'm like, hey, I feel like it go neck and neck, to be quite honest, because I can be like, hey, you know, Penny, I didn't like when you said this, that, and third. You just like, okay, I didn't mean it like that. But, you know, initially you probably, maybe since I know you, would probably like, I didn't mean it like that. So, like,
I think, so like what I feel now, like what I'm thinking about it is that you do truly, you can't have one without the other. Because if I communicate to you how you made me feel, and you're just like, okay, well, I didn't even say it like that, so I don't know why you felt that way. Like, being rude like that, then therefore, I communicated, but you're not taking accountability, and so it's still not resolved. That situation is still not resolved. But let's say there's not a problem in a relationship. Like, there's no problem in your friendship or your romantic relationship. What do you think will be the thing that makes it like an end all? I think for me, it's like the communication, because you won't have to take accountability for anything.
If you communicate the way you're supposed to.
You know?
It's sometimes over-communicating. Over-communicating. And I feel like sometimes you have to go in depth with some people. You got to know who you're dealing with. You know what I mean? So, like, I got some friendships to where, like, I have to, like, literally... this is what I mean. Like, I promise to God, like, I didn't mean...
Right after I said, I'm like,
look, hold on. I said that, but, you know, I really didn't mean it that way. And I feel like when once, like, obviously friend-wise and relationship-wise, romantically, I would hope that y'all would tell me, you know?
I think that it should start off with an understanding. I think that the relationship should start off with, this is what it is for me and this is what it's not. Rather, it's going to be like with your friends or with your significant other. Like, obviously, you're not going to have an awkward conversation like, okay, you're my friend now, so I expect you to be loyal. I expect you to, of course.
Right. It's just something.
But you have to set the tone. Like, you have to be that.
Ooh, okay. So I was watching a clip off of TikTok, and there was a guy talking, and he was talking about how, now this is kind of like a romantic part of a relationship, a man should set the tone in a household, and the woman is the one who brings the atmosphere of the household. And I'm like, you are absolutely correct, because if you don't bring that tone, you know what I mean, or you don't make her feel that way, like the atmosphere in the home is not gonna be good.
No, because I believe that the woman kind of controls the atmosphere in the home. So, like, I feel that, and you know, if the husband's not happy or the boyfriend's not happy or whatever, okay, yeah, of course, like, there's gonna be some turmoil. But when the woman is not happy in the home, typically the atmosphere is off. Ain't nothing getting cooked, ain't nothing getting cleaned, like, ain't nobody kissing, ain't nothing going on, like, you know, it's
kids
like
getting yelled at.
Everybody needs to go to bed.
House is just upside down.
It's upside down, and I feel like truly, like, a woman does, like, do that. And so the biggest thing that I like learned, and one thing we did when we got married, is we didn't do like the traditional sand or burning the candles. We did like, you build a cross, and the woman is like this little pretty, like, abstract thing that's in the middle of the cross. And then the man is like the frame, and you put the frame of the cross down, because I feel like the man is the frame and the woman is like the you know, the atmosphere of the home. Is what I feel. So you need the man to keep the house up and keep the house alive, and, you know, to lead the home, but you need the woman to run it. You need the woman to run it. So I agree with that 100%. But
Yeah, that was a little off topic, but when she said that,
I agree.
I had to bring that up because I just saw it like this morning.
Mm-hmm.
So,
well, like in relationships, what do you think is most important?
In regards to
let's
what?
do both. So friends, what do you think is most important in your friendships? Like, what do you need from your friends?
Oh. Ooh. That's a good one.
So from my friends, I feel like I need support. I feel like that is like the main thing that I need from them, which I also need that from my man as well. But I feel like from my friends, I need support because that female support is different. This is controversial, and people are probably gonna disagree. I feel like if you want adequate support, you are going to have to talk.
You're going to have to talk about it.
You're going to have to talk about it. Because I can support you all day, but I won't be able to tailor that support to what you need if I don't know what is going on. But I feel like there's ways that you can let your friend know what it's about without telling them what it is. But in general, I do think that you should talk. You have to talk. And people are going to disagree because I've heard people disagree before. Like,
but I feel like
that's personal business. But
that's personal, but like, that's just like when you just mentioned support. Like, you know, you expect support or you would like support. Like, nobody can support you if they technically don't know what's going on.
But see, I'm the type of person where if I don't feel like talking about something, I don't expect nobody. But I don't expect nobody to
have a pity party
known or do all of that. Like, I don't expect anything out of it. So if I'm not gonna talk, I feel like if you're not gonna talk or tell somebody that something's wrong, then you can't really expect the support. But
that's true. I can say support too, because that's initially what I was thinking. Support is big though. Like, it is big. I had a friendship to where like I literally just deaded the friendship because I didn't feel like there was any support, and I didn't communicate with her about it, but I just felt like, why would I have to communicate something like that when regards like,
you shouldn't.
Like some things I feel like you don't have to say like, girl, why you didn't say congratulations when I came out with my new book, or like why you didn't say congratulations when I reached 1 million followers or something like that. If that's something big and personal to me and you know that,
Agreed. I agree. Now that is different. That to me gives hater from a hater just looking in. Like, I feel like
when you think about it, that's exactly how you would take it and you would perceive it. So.
And I know people go through things, and I've been told, like, people be like, well, when I'm going through something, I can't clap for somebody else. That's something I will never understand. Because
no, I don't know about that.
I will never understand it.
Yeah.
I've been told that. Like, you don't even have to, like, come to everything I'm doing and all like that, but a simple text like, girl, you doing it, like, congratulations. Like, something like that. Especially if I didn't hit 1 million followers, baby.
Yeah, that's something that means something to you.
Yeah, you know it do.
So,
yeah. Let's talk about that saying, this is just how I am.
That is one saying that I really despise.
Hate it.
Like, because that could be how you are, but with me, you cannot be that way. You cannot be that way, and I'm not trying to change you that way, and I'm not trying to like make you somebody different. But at the end of the day, I feel like
if I'm telling you what I need or
what I don't like, or you know what I'm saying,
and like, oh, that's just how I am. I don't. That's just how I am.
Like, no, you better find a bone to compromise.
You better fix it.
Because if I'm compromising on the other end, I expect nothing less. And that's why I like reciprocation.
Yeah, I need it to be reciprocated.
Reciprocation.
Now, I do think that in a relationship,
friendship or romantic
relationship, even friendship, so I feel like it's not going to always be 50-50 reciprocation. There are going to be times where it's one-sided. It just can't always be one-sided.
Yeah, that's true.
I feel like it's just like,
because you can become drained. Like, if something is just strictly like you feel like it's based on you, like the world would not go round if it wasn't for me.
Yeah.
Then no, you gonna be drained.
And the world can stop spinning because I'm tired.
Yeah.
Yeah. I definitely had a friend like that at one point that was just like, every time you talk to him, it was sad, it was negative. Like, you will tell them, like, I would tell her, like, it's going to be okay. Look, what we're going to do is we're going to do this. That's not even going to matter because...
Goodbye. Goodbye, because I'm trying to uplift you, and I'm trying to be a friend. I'm trying to be there.
At the time, I'm going through my own stuff, and I'm like, girl, I just
for me,
can't.
When I hear other people's problems, you know, I just kind of like throw mines in the back.
Mm-hmm.
Cause just like, girl, you got it. Like, you strong. Like, you got you.
That part.
But like, obviously, if this person is coming to you about something, then they are on their last. Like, they're on the edge.
I've never been the type that's like, somebody comes to me and say they're going through something, and I'm like, girl, I've been going through too. Like, it's like, no.
You kind of just like, okay, well, you came to me, so you want me to be there for you. So
now I may let you know that I've been there before, but
Mm-hmm.
that's like an encouraging way of me telling you, like, you gonna get through it.
Yeah.
Versus, yeah, I know it is sad. Like, yeah, life do suck. Yeah, like, I don't want to be a part of nothing like that.
Yeah, I don't like anything negative going on in my life. I promise. Like, I can only take so much negativity.
It's hard enough to do my own mind, baby.
In the worst way.
Okay, so whenever you have a significant other or whatever, let's say y'all communicate well, right?
Mm-hmm.
But in communicating, you feel that it's just communication and nothing's really changing.
It's giving that eventually you're gonna get cut off. If I'm just being honest, because why am I steady? At this point, I'm over communicating with you what it is that I don't like, and you're saying that you're gonna change or you're gonna do better, but nothing has happened. So I feel like you don't give a damn about what I'm saying.
What I'm saying, it's like, are you even listening?
Are you even comprehending? Because you can listen.
You can listen
all you want. Are you
You
comprehending?
get it. Are you understanding?
Because now patience become thin, and then that's when I feel like a lot of like arguments come in though, because I'm steady
saying the same thing,
and it can go hand in hand, because that other person can feel that type of way, but it's just like, you're not understanding me either. So why would I do something that's gonna make you feel good and better you? You're not doing that for me.
I feel like we communicate to a certain extent. I feel like we communicate, but like the stuff that I'm telling you what's wrong with him, when I tell him, I'm not telling him in the way that I'm breaking it down to you. So it's like, okay.
Is it because we feel like they're not going to understand though?
But you can't do that. You got to give somebody the benefit of the doubt.
But I feel like in my mind, if I'm steadily telling you the same thing, it's
then
just
maybe
like,
you're not saying it right.
So I need to look myself in the mirror. Because I feel like sometimes, and if it's something that I really like, listen, this, that, and the third, like, I'm trying to break it down to you. Like, what more do you want me to say? Like, what more do you want me to do at this point? Like, I feel like I didn't explain deeply in thought about why this is, and then you steady like, okay, I'm gonna do better. I'm gonna change. When? When
you gonna do it? Because
I'm begging you at this point, and then when I feel like I'm begging,
that's it.
It's time to
go. I do not like feeling like I'm begging.
I don't.
And once I have to ask you too many times, at that point it's begging. It's giving beg, and I don't like.
I do not like it. Like, I don't like feeling like that's just not for me. We adults. I feel like, you know. At this point, I feel like that's not something that you genuinely want to do. I feel like you don't really respect the things that I'm saying to you.
But do you think that because, like, let's take it back to your, like, romantic relationships. Do you think that because when somebody doesn't genuinely want to do something and they do it because you ask?
That could be one of the main things, because I feel like that's where the compromising go. So, like, let's just say, like, your guy or whatever, your husband, whatever, he just like, oh, like, I don't hold hands in public. And you just like, well, I like to hold hands.
Oh, that's enough for me.
I'm just saying, for an example, like,
I like to hold hands or not. You telling me that you don't hold hands in public is insane. So
I'm gonna feel like, okay, well, you gonna hold my hand regardless. So we must gonna be holding hands on the way to where we going in. Because we gonna hold hands. That's what we gonna do.
That's crazy. I don't like kissing.
We gonna play like that. Because no, and you know,
there are men that don't like kissing.
I can't date a person who don't want to do that.
But yeah, like, I feel like you got to be like some type of kissy during that time. Like, if you don't want to kiss on the lips, whatever. But like,
and not all the time. You really may not. Yeah, when I'm trying to think about
how many times you really don't really. I mean, yeah. It's like in that moment, we gonna kiss a lot, but then after that, we probably ain't gonna kiss for who knows how long.
I don't even really be paying attention.
So I think that, like, going back to taking accountability. So like in friendships, we talk about like what you expect from your friends. I think that it's important for us to find value in yourself and know who you are so that you can be okay with who you are as a friend. Mm-hmm. Like there was a post the other day that was like, you know, if I didn't wrong you, I'm okay with not being your friend.
Yeah.
I'm 100% okay. I'm not even gonna share the tears, you know, because I did what I was supposed to do. I didn't do anything wrong. I can let you go after that.
See, and that's what I like. I feel like, especially like friendship wise and relationship wise, I feel like if you doing everything that you know that you were supposed to do, and you know, like you compromised a lot, or you was that top-notch friend or girlfriend, fiance, whatever the situation is. So when it's done,
it's done.
We don't have to have no type of closure. No. I'm not a person of closure, if I'm being real straightforward with you.
I used to be.
I'm not, because
I used to be. But I think that was because I hadn't let go.
Exactly. Because I feel like
once you let go, you don't
care. You don't care, because I feel like, okay, let's just say, like I need this closure to just make me feel better.
If you need closure,
no, you're not done.
You're not done. You're just trying to hit those final words so you can be like, okay, do I really need to move on, or are they still kind of into
like,
me?
I don't like that closure thing,
no,
because
that's true.
Now you're going to try to feel like I want stuff to work out, baby, and I don't. I don't. That ship has sailed.
No, like once that's gone, it's gone.
So in general, do you think you're able to be friends with an ex?
Yes. And I think that I can be friends with an ex. I don't think an ex can be friends with me.
And that's how I feel about stuff. That's exactly how I feel about it, because I know my intentions.
Very well.
And I have
you ain't gonna be nowhere.
Yeah, you not. I don't want you.
You're gonna be wasting time. But I know, like, in any friendship that I've had, like really with an ex, they did try it. It may not have been obsessive, but they did try it. So I feel like if I wouldn't have shut it down, then we would have went backwards.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just like,
And then that's another reason why I feel like being friends with an ex or something like that can be a little skeptical, because it's like y'all still got that communication going on when.
Yeah, we can be cordial though. We can be cordial.
Yeah,
like hi, bye,
that's
social media
it.
friends. That's it though. Like I can't the whole
all
texting,
that extra.
Don't text my phone. Please don't text me.
I
do not
have very short
me.
patience for that. What we gonna talk about?
What you want?
What are we gonna talk about?
So, what would you say has been your biggest lesson in any of your relationships that hasn't worked out, romantically or friendships? What do you think is like your biggest lesson?
Ooh, I think, because I think about it often, bringing a past relationship to the new one, that type of hurt or that type of like that feeling that an ex gave you, or you know what I'm saying, you bring that type of hurt to the next relationship, it's not gonna work.
Yeah,
because you ain't even giving that person a chance to even do you wrong or make you feel that way that ex made you feel.
But it's hard because it's like
you traumatized,
right? Because you think about how, like, what your ex did to make you feel that way. So when your new person make you feel that way, you gonna feel like they doing the same thing.
Exactly.
Like it's just
exactly. But I feel like too, like you coming in to the new relationship stressed.
Yeah.
Because you already feeling like this person, this person, when they go hang with this person, they gonna be doing this, that, and the third. You know, you ain't even giving them a chance.
Yeah, you have to. That's the messed up part about love in general. You have to give somebody a chance to hurt you.
And at the end of the day, somebody will eventually be hurt. Realistically, whether it's you or the other person, somebody's gonna be hurt.
Because you're gonna do something that's gonna hurt them, and
or trigger
that triggers them. And it could be nothing. But I think that because of what you went through in the past, it's just blown up. And now y'all arguing as if it is something and it's really nothing. But now y'all can't even see what the root cause of everything was to see that it was nothing, because y'all mad. Now y'all done called each other names, and now you're really mad at that. And now it's like, I feel like it just get blown out of proportion if you come into a relationship with that extra baggage. So that's true. Like, that's that.
So what about you? What do you think?
I think that my biggest lesson was probably that I think my biggest lesson was just like believing in me. I think that was probably my biggest thing, because I think that a lot of it was me solely focusing on them and like what they had going on, and it was
not putting yourself first,
not putting myself first, and you know, and not like I feel like I wasn't naive, because I would know, but I felt like I was just like, okay, well, like that's what you said,
gullible.
So, you know, like, well, I don't even want to say gullible, because it's like I don't believe it. I don't believe it, but this is what you're saying, and you sticking to it, and I can't find no truth around it.
Trust.
I can't
so now I have to
it.
believe
I have to.
what you're saying to me is true.
But you got trust and intuition. We already talked about this. It's your mind. It is not your intuition.
Yeah. But I also feel like in friendship wise, that also plays a part, because you got a lot of girls just like, oh, I don't have friends, or like I don't need friends, and you know what I mean. But it's because of they might have had a friend in the past or a group of friends and they wronged them. So now they feel like, and I don't want to get close to this friend, because last time I got close to a friend, she went to go tell all my business.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So I feel like that happens often.
I feel like that now, because not that anybody want to tell my business or nothing like that, but it's just like I feel like I don't want to make no new friends, because I don't want to learn your intentions. I don't want to learn.
That is exactly how I feel about a lot of stuff.
You're not loyal. I don't want
to have to watch nobody.
No. So yeah, we can be cool. We can hang out. But as far as you being somebody who I'm finna tell my business to, or really.
Yeah. And then I don't like to feel like I have to hold back a lot too, you know? Because if I feel like I'm having to hold back relationship-wise, friendship-wise, I really don't need you in my life.
You know, it's like one thing about me that I probably is like one con about me when it comes to me and friendships is I feel like for the longest I was the type of person who would give more than I received. Like not even like physical gifts or like anything like that. I just feel like I would feel like I fuck with you more than you fuck with me.
And it's like, oh, that person called me, let me hurry and answer the phone. But when I call you may not answer the phone.
Or you can't hang out.
Right. Or if I'm like, hey girl, like I got my birthday party next week, or you know, are you still gonna come? It's just like I go to all your stuff that you have, but you're not coming to mine.
I feel like that was me. And that stuff used to hurt my feelings so bad. Like I used to just be like not understanding. Like that stuff used to hurt my feelings. Now, baby, I could care less.
Oh, you ain't coming? You don't worry about it. You ain't gonna get a next invite.
I just feel like
you should know. I feel like
in that sense, I'm just gonna let it go and let it go, because I feel like some people are only in your life for a season. I have a habit of holding on to people way longer than I need to. That person probably just need to fly birdie away.
Fly birdie.
So
shoot fly.
Leave it alone. Don't bother me. There's a lot of seasonal friendships that we have to realize people are seasonal. Like either they need something from you or you need something from them. And I feel like a part of me believes that that's like part of my purpose of being here is to be a seasonal friend to certain people, because I've been a seasonal friend to multiple people, like where
I feel like we all have.
They've gotten what they needed and they gone. So, but then they always try to come back, and I just be like,
no, because I gave you a chance.
Oh, we was friends before, and now we just gonna be, you know, hey hi.
I take friendships
seriously.
I do, and I feel like I take like romantic relationships serious too, but friendships I just feel like you are there even when that person is not there. You know, that's how I look at my friendships. Like, you know, that's why like some people like when they get into a relationship they don't even mess with their friends no more. For me, you got one time to do that, and no, when y'all done and y'all going through something, don't hit me up. Don't hit me up. And you know, some people are like that, but I just feel like you can have a relationship and still have friends.
You can, and I feel like your friends will be understanding just how your
girl, because
man is understanding.
When we hanging out and stuff like that, it's just like if somebody dude is calling, girl,
about to go, about to wrap
y'all know I done had my time. I'm gone.
See y'all later.
You know what I mean? But it's still like there's a balance, and I feel like friends will understand. Like, hey, I'm just coming over here for like an hour because you know I haven't spent time with my man.
Yeah.
Or like,
y'all know I'll tell y'all in a minute. It's family time.
Okay, girl, we'll see you next time. We're gonna drink for you.
Thanks.
Like, and it just is what it is, because I feel like there should be understanding. You know, like I don't know. I don't like people that do that.
I don't either, and I think that a lot of times people just, I don't want to say that and it sound mean, but I think people aren't used to that type of attention. So when they get it, it's like they want to soak it up. You know, like you're head over heels instantly, and you just want to be around that person all the time, all day.
Okay, let's just say your person don't have friends or they don't really hang out. So do you feel that type of like, I wouldn't say guilt, but do you feel that type of like, well, you know, they're not going out or on the weekends or hanging out, so like
I do feel like there is some guilt because, and I personally can say that because my man, he don't really go out like that, and like most of his friends, like his main friends, don't live here. So it's like when he do go out or when he do go somewhere, it's like because they're in town, and I never blocked it. Like I'm always like, even if I got plans, I'm like, I'll figure it out. You go ahead and go because he never goes anywhere. So it's like I do feel sometimes like, hey girl, you are always out, like, you know, stuff like that. Yeah. He don't trip though. Like I need my friends, like all my friends, I need them in my life. Like I need them, and they each serve a purpose in their own purpose. There are things that like I go to certain friends about because they're just that friend. You know?
Okay, so all in all, before we sum it up, what do you think is at least one thing you could do better, friendship wise, and for you, wife wise?
Friendship wise, I can communicate more. I think I don't communicate with my friends enough, so I'm gonna take accountability on communication and not like texting them every day. Not texting them every day or nothing like that, but like if I haven't heard from them, I'm not always like, I haven't heard from you. I just like let it be and be like, and then I'll start thinking like, well, is she feeling away? Like what's going on? Yeah. But I won't voice it because
my God, that was literally just me yesterday. Okay.
I'm like, is she feeling away or what's going on? No, when I text you, I was like, I put the eyes. I said, I'm like, dang, what I do now? Is she mad? Oh, she texted back.
And when I looked up, I looked at the message. I'm like, oh, she asked me how the food was. And I'm like, girl, I been going on about my day.
But see, I'm working on it. I text her the eyes. I'm like, what's going on? But I think I don't communicate enough though. Now I always try to check the temperature on my friends if I haven't heard from them or something like that. I always just try to, you know, be mindful to check the temperature and actually see how they're doing too, because I've learned that all my friends are this way. If something's wrong, they'll like go ghost. Whereas me, when something's wrong, I don't, unless it's like really, really difficult, I don't go ghost. I actually like to just be around other people and do stuff.
I guess for me, it depends on what the situation is or what the scenario is, because I can go ghost because I'm just like, I don't really feel like talking.
That's different though, but I'm not gonna go ghost for like weeks.
Oh no, not weeks.
I think all my, like literally, they all could just fall off the face of the earth. When something's wrong.
Yeah.
I think we all have that in common, but like I said, I'm gonna deal with mine and I'm gonna pop back out. Cause I'm not the type to put my problems on other people. So I'm not gonna come to you and be like, hey, I'm going through a hard time. You give me some encouraging words.
I love company.
I'm gonna go in my shell. I'm gonna deal with it. I'm gonna get in the ring. Be Mayweather and come back out and be alright, okay?
Yeah, that's
okay. I have to, you know, I have to check my energy first, and then I can come around and do all that.
Energy for sure.
But so yeah, communication with my friends. I think that I could do a better job of communicating, letting them know when I felt like they've wronged me, and also admitting when I've wronged them or whatever that may be. In my relationship, it's the attitude. Truly. Every time I ask him, like, okay, babe, we having serious conversations, and I'm like, what, if you could change anything about me, what would you change? His first response is always nothing. Like, you're perfect, da da da. And I'm like, no, seriously, like, what would you change? He was like, if I had to choose, it would be you having an attitude all the time.
For me, I can strongly say, relationship wise, it's my attitude, because I'm gonna come strong.
Every time.
I'm gonna come so strong.
And it's stuff up, and it's so hard. Like,
it's
so
making stuff
hard.
up. It's gonna give you anxiety.
I have it.
I didn't realize I have so much anxiety until I'm making up something in my head. It's so bad.
Making it up, like literally, like
it's so bad.
It's so bad. He could say something, and the way he said it is not how I heard it. Like, it's like I heard you with an attitude. He's like, he's so confused. And I'm just like, you don't even have, or I'm like, what did you mean by that? And he's like, I meant
exactly what I said.
And I'm like, no, because you said it like da 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 da. So what did you mean by that? Y'all, it's so bad. It's not cute at all. It's nothing to be proud of, because I am really not proud of that, because
I want it to stop. That is very unhealthy.
A normal man cannot deal with me because
you gotta be so strong.
Earlier,
because I'm a very strong-minded person. So man, like
I don't know if it was today or yesterday. He was just like, I just talk to you when you calm down. I'm just like, okay.
Who said I was never calm? I'm calm,
right?
But you just not.
And now I'm mad. Like now,
because you steady telling me I'm not calm. So I can. That's number one for me. My attitude is like,
if we didn't make stuff up, we wouldn't have attitude. I need to hear how you say it.
When I make up something in my mind.
Yeah.
I got an attitude for days.
An attitude.
And the conversation that we having can really go nowhere. Because my mind already told me you didn't rub me the wrong way. You didn't did something I did not like.
You got smart.
And now I got an attitude for real.
Even though I be smart with you.
I'm the only one that can get smart. I'm the only one that can have an attitude. But like friendship wise, I can feel like and I feel like I personally feel like I've been working on it.
Let me see.
Just coming off so strong. Or like just like, coming off so strong. I try not to I'm trying not to come off so strong, and I'm trying not to come off like I'm judgmental, but I'm not necessarily judging. I'm just giving my insight on like
the situation,
and it may come off like I'm judging you, but like I just really want what's best for you at the end of the day, and I just feel like just listen to what I'm saying, like
Yeah, that's hard though, because sometimes it's just like
people just have to learn on their own, or they got to go through the motions. So I can understand that, but I do come off strong, especially when I feel a way about something. Like if you don't feel a way about it, but since you're telling me, like I feel a way, like I ain't mad for you. Yeah,
I think the biggest thing is like sometimes like you turn your face up so hard, and you be like, why did you say some shit like that?
My like, facial expressions,
they bad.
I'm trying to work on it.
I've been trying to.
I've been trying to work at it. Sometimes I don't even know that I'm doing it.
Yeah.
It's and that's probably that's really bad.
But it's natural, and that's the problem. It's like you're not conscious of it. You're just doing it. You got it, yeah. But I don't feel like lately you've had that issue.
I've been working on it.
Yeah.
Hey, I've been working on me. Thank you, Lord.
Putting in that overtime on.
I have really been putting in overtime on trying to be a better friend, like a better sibling, and like romantically too. So I'm but the moment you strike me wrong,
it's all gonna come out.
It's all gonna go back. Don't worry about it.
Dead.
Don't worry about it, because I'm trying to be better for not only for myself but for you.
Especially because our sensitive friend. We got a sensitive friend, and we can't be doing that.
And that's why I just sit there, because I'm gonna come off too strong.
She knows you now. Now she knows.
She knows. She knows. And I hope she don't take offense to a lot of things that I say.
Because you're rude.
It's come off as rude, but I'm not being rude.
Well, y'all, thanks for tuning in once again with us. I don't know, it's just so exciting to do this and to know that people enjoy it.
I enjoy these talks, though.
No, for real.
They're like therapeutic
sometimes. Like, for real. Like, the last one really, like, I was like, you know what? Like, it made me go back over what I was learning and stuff like that. And, to, like, reiterate it in my life.
Refresher.
So.
I wasn't with my drink out.
Me too. Really? Me too. Anyway,
so see you guys on the next episode.
Yeah.